Yeah. No. Yes. Maybe. Yeah. So.
How often do the kids come into the gym?
Only today?
Only today?
Yeah, because they are not live here. They live in Malaga.
Ah.
Yeah, school, training here. Now it's like a weekend. Two maybe 3 days. They.
Good boost to see them?
Yeah. Good, yeah, of course.
Okay. You've probably watched a bit of tape on him. He's been virtually unbeatable in his career, right? Obviously around here, around there, but he beats everyone and he beats them twice, and he beats them better the second time around. Do you see holes in his game when you watch him?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely see some holes, but he's playing chess while everybody's playing checkers.
Yeah.
And that's, yeah, to be honest, that's what I love to see, because for me, that's how I approached kickboxing as well, and my opponents, because I also fought like multiple guys like 2 or 3 times, and just keep doing it and keep beating them in a better way, and becoming a better version of yourself, and staying focused and staying mentally strong and resilient. And that's exactly what he does. So yeah, it's a huge challenge, Ariel. It's a huge challenge, and I'm crazy excited about it.
Are the nerves different? You've done one night tournaments. Like I said, you fought the best, but these nerves, almost as a debutante, if you will, does it feel different because you're the massive underdog trying to shock the world this time?
No, I think I've been on the biggest stages for, like as long as I can remember. So selling out arenas and being, fighting for thousands and thousands of fans within the arena and millions watching at home. So within that, I'm used to the pressure of fighting. And I think the cool thing is now, like, for being the guy with the target on his back for the last decade, now the target is on somebody else's back. So that I think that's a good feeling. So I love to come in as the underdog. I don't mind that.
You're fully going. I was just saying to you, well, come on, Usyk's really good and all. You were saying, listen, this Rico and me, as in yourself, we're not treating this like a gimmick fight or a crossover type of thing. We're going in there, and only the best will do for me. That's what you said. So
100%. Look, it's a big ask, but what are we going to do? Turn up there and be competitive? No. Rico will be trained to the best of his ability. It will be the best Rico possible going in there, you know. And look, he's coming. Rico's coming for the victory. He ain't coming to make up the numbers, you know. So that's a fighter's mindset. But we can go on forever, you know. I'm not here to convince anybody. Yes, it's a big ask, but let's see on the night, because this is heavyweight boxing, and when that bell goes, anything can happen.
Usyk, Verhoeven, what are your thoughts on the fact that obviously it's been sanctioned for the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the World?
Yeah, it's, listen, what can you do? There's no point talking or saying anything about it. They've done it, they've arranged it. They said that he could have a voluntary, but I did feel that there'd be a voluntary that met some requirements, whether it be someone in the top 15, usually you can pick of anyone of that. But to pick someone, I don't even know what his ranking is. So yeah.
One. Obviously, he's I think undisputed kickboxing world champion, but he's only had one boxing fight.
Okay, but that's like Fury and Ngannou. But I don't think the WBC belt was on the line for that. I could understand if it was Usyk versus Finger and the WBC made an Egyptian belt because it was in Egypt to present it for the winner or that type of thing, but not to have down as a legitimate world title defence against Finger. But listen, there's no point talking about what's done, and you move on it. But just think for the sport itself, don't do yourself no favours.
Usyk a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say he fights Verhoeven. We're all okay. Like the champ is entitled to like a big fight, kind of in between fight. That's a pyramid. By the way, Muhammad Ali fought Jurgen Blin in between fighting guys like Ron Lyle and Ernie Shavers, and that's fine. Whatever. I'm not going to beef about that, provided you're then active in fighting the best guys. If Caballero really wants the shot, and we're all talking Atama, Wardley's already the #1 contender. If he beats Dubois, then it would be fair for Usyk to say, for example, guys, I have 3 more fights. One's against Verhoeven. Wardley just beat Dubois. I'm going to fight Wardley. You want to fight me? You two fight, and I'll fight the winner.
I like that fight too.
Right? Atama Caballero.
I like that.
For the winner to fight Usyk in his farewell fight?
The stakes have exploded as Rico Verhoeven and his camp fire off strong messages toward Oleksandr Usyk. What began as a high-profile clash has now turned personal, dividing analysts and fighters alike. Some argue the styles don't match up in Rico's favor, while others are sensing the ingredients for a shocking upset. When a dominant kickboxing king steps into the boxing world against an elite technician, this isn't just another bout, it's a potential game-changer for combat sports history. Let's unpack everything.
It can happen.
So with your expert's hat on, what would you tell Verhoeven how to beat Oleksandr Usyk? How does he do it?
Head kick. I mean, what can you tell him to do against Usyk? Maybe stay on the outside, and I'm not too sure. I don't think I'll be good at giving him advice because I'll just throw teeth. But good luck to both of them. It'd be great. I'll definitely be tuning in. It'd be great to watch.
Addressing the big question, Peter Fury laid out why Verhoeven is making this leap. After ruling kickboxing for years and clearing out his division, there was little left to chase. This move isn't about doubt, it's about growth. With years of exposure to boxing and increasing belief in his hands, Rico sees this as the ultimate proving ground. Facing someone like Usyk isn't just risky, it's the kind of challenge that defines legacies.
30s, why has it took so long to jump ship now?
Because he's achieved everything in the glory in the kickboxing. He's reigned at the top, undisputed for 11 or 12 years. Might even be longer than that. But this guy is literally, it's never ever been done before what he's done. I think he's had umpteen, I don't know how many undisputed world title defenses he's had, but he's fought everybody. This is the real kickboxing king, a heavyweight undisputed champion that's reigned for 12 years plus, at the top. So he's fought everybody. So now, he's had every kind of challenge, he's come through that, and with him being around me in boxing as well for so long, and knowing that he fancies it, and he said, we had a discussion about it.
Peter Fury also dismissed the narrative that Verhoeven is a basic pressure fighter. According to him, Rico's approach is far more intelligent and measured than people give him credit for. That said, he acknowledged the enormity of the task, calling Usyk one of the most difficult styles in boxing to figure out. The transition between sports is steep, but that's exactly what fuels Verhoeven's ambition. If he pulls this off, it won't just be impressive, it will be something completely unprecedented.
Describe his boxing style, Peter, because most people that work with you, everyone associates you being with people that are good movers, good jabs, but from what I remember of him, he literally just walks forward and he just lets his hands go.
No, if you look at his kickboxing fights, it's not the way he fights. So, yeah, this is look, this is no easy task, This is Usyk is like in a Rubik's Cube. Look, I respect Usyk, but what I respect Rico's got it. He's got it all to do there, because it's another sport. It's a different sport altogether from what he's doing. Although he's been doing the boxing, and he knows the boxing pretty well, it's still esports is not boxing. So this is a transition he's got to make, but it's one that he's looking forward to, and it's one that, to be honest, it's one that I'm looking forward to because I like big challenges, and that's what this is. So I'm excited about it.
Reinforcing his belief, Peter Fury made it clear this isn't about hype, it's about competition. He stressed that stepping onto such a massive stage comes with responsibility, and he wouldn't risk his fighter's credibility for anything less than a serious fight. Showing respect to both men, he pointed out their shared champion mentality. No matter how it ends, the focus is on delivering a performance worthy of the moment. And if everything clicks, this could easily become one of those unforgettable fights etched into history.
People need to get behind this fight because I can tell you now, I don't turn up. I'm certainly not going to turn up on the world stage, embarrass myself and embarrass my fighter. My fighter's a serious fighter, so this will be a great fight. Trust me. And you know me, I don't talk shit. This will be a good fight, and it will. Usyk's an incredible champion. I respect him as a fighter, a boxer, and I respect him as a human being. And I respect Rico. Like I said, both the same character. So I'm gonna do my job, and I'm gonna enjoy it. And whatever the outcome is, it is.
Holding firm on his position, Peter Fury rejected the notion that Rico Verhoeven is just another name from kickboxing, arguing he belongs in the same conversation as elite fighters he's worked with. He pointed to Rico's years of quietly sharpening his boxing skills, adapting and learning the nuances of the sport behind the scenes. According to him, critics are underestimating a fighter who is far more prepared than they realize, and stepping into this moment is no accident. Shifting perspective, Max Kellerman viewed a clash with Oleksandr Usyk as a perfectly reasonable stay-active fight rather than something controversial. He reminded fans that even icons like Muhammad Ali took similar bouts between defining challenges. In his eyes, divisions need movement, contenders must earn their shot, and champions staying active is part of the game, suggesting this could even build toward a bigger, defining finale. At the same time, Mike Coppinger made it clear that Usyk isn't sidestepping competition. Instead, he's targeting the biggest opportunities available, and Verhoeven fits that mold. He emphasized that this wouldn't just be a fight, it would be a massive event capable of filling stadiums, continuing the scale of Usyk's recent appearances. Meanwhile, he noted that contenders like Ajit Cabale must stay active on their own path, as the result here could shift the entire heavyweight picture. Adding his take, Jonathan Haggerty admitted he was surprised the matchup even materialized, considering Usyk's history of dominating top-level opponents, sometimes more than once. He pointed out that bringing Verhoeven into the mix creates unpredictability, where nothing is guaranteed. While Usyk might be chasing something new, this is far from an easy assignment. Haggerty believes Rico's presence turns this into a genuine test rather than a routine outing. That he further broke down what makes Verhoeven dangerous, highlighting his long-standing dominance at the top of kickboxing. Describing him as physically imposing and relentless, Haggerty emphasized Rico's ability to apply pressure and systematically break opponents down. Even with the transition to boxing, those attributes, combined with his durability, make him a serious contender in this scenario. When asked for advice, Haggerty kept